enjoy the class.
Yeah, hi. Thank you everybody for joining me of making this project. Let me just hit this right there. This is a really fun necklace to do. It's about 7.5 feet long. We're going to use 2 cords of the Griffin cord or whatever cord you're using. Size 8 is what we're going to be using because we want to make sure that the knot holds the bead. And I've been doing these necklaces for like 15 years, and it's great for leftover beads, pearls. I always love pearls. It's great. And this one is another variation of it. And that one is also included in my book. That's handmade, hand knotting made easy. But anyway, I am the creator of the Easyknotter. And so now let's go get started. All right. And if you have any questions, let me know. This is being recorded, so if you miss something, you can always go back to the YouTube channel. And I am on Facebook under Designs by Rini or Easyknotter. So if you have any questions, please let me know. And then one more thing. These are the beads from Michael's that are like so much fun. I picked the pink ones, but I found these also. And what's great is that it comes in the 4mm, the 6mm, 8mm, and 10mm. And that's exactly what I like to do, is just use all different size beads within this necklace. So this strand is perfect. All right. So come on over and let's start. All right. Thanks. All right. Let's see. Let me just do that. That. Just have to get rid of my there. Okay. So the first thing that I like to do is take the cord off of the card, and which I did here. And then to get the kinks out, I just go like this. Just like that. Go all the way. All right. And then to start this necklace, we're going to use a crimp bead and a closed jump ring. Make sure it's a closed jump ring, okay? So what you do is I'm getting a crimp bead first, just like that. And here is a closed jump ring. All right, got that. And I'm gonna bring it all the way down to the end of the cord. All right. Right, like that. And then I'm going to take the needle. These cords are the best because it has a needle attached. I love it. Makes it so simple. You just bring it back through the crimp bead, just like that. And what I like to do is I like to put my hands in between the cords so it doesn't get tangled. Okay. And then now you secured the closed jump ring. You're going to use your crimping pliers. There's 2 parts to it. We want to use the bottom part first. So you make sure that it's close up to the jump ring, just like that. But make sure you're not, closing it up on the jump ring. Make sure it's outside of the crimp bead. And then you just crimp it once. And then what you want to do is use the top, just like that. And that closes up the crimp. Very cool. Now, what I like to do for extra security is just give it another little crimp with my chain nose pliers. And then you just trim the excess cord. Make sure you trim the right cord. Yeah. I'll get that. Just like that. And then what I like to do next, give it a tug, make sure it's secure, and then put a knot right next to the crimp bead. So what I do is I just create the loop for the knot, make a little X, bring the jump ring and the crimp bead through, put the loop on the post, have that loop facing me. I use my index finger to close up the loop. So I'm just going to close up the loop and then bring this all the way up to the post. Let it go wherever it wants to go. My index finger and thumb, I'm going to just lift the knot off the post and I'm going to give a tug. And that gives you a knot right up to the crimp bead. So that's how you start this, start and stop this necklace. And what I did is I pre-strung my beads because just not to waste much time, but I want to show you of how to start this necklace. Okay, so you wanted a 10 millimeter, a 8, no, let's see, yeah, a 6 millimeter, an 8 millimeter, and a 4 millimeter. And then you wanted another 10 millimeter, 6 millimeter, 8 millimeter, 4 millimeter. And then a 10 millimeter, 8 millimeter, 6 millimeter, sorry about that, 8 millimeter, and a 4 millimeter. And then for this one, I used a 3 millimeter faceted bead, and then a crystal and another 3 millimeter faceted bead. The reason I did that is because the hole of this crystal was too big to hold the knot. So this will hold the knot together. Okay, so that's how you would pre-string your beads, and you want to do 4 more sets of this, and that will be a total of 5 sets. Okay, so now to start knotting, and with this one, what we do is we only use 1 knot. We don't have to do the knot on the other side of the bead because gravity is going to bring the beads down to the knot. All right, so now I'm going to just unravel that. And this goes super fast and it's just so much fun. All right, so I'm going to bring my first bead down to the knot. I'm going to create the loop for the knot, bring the beads through the loop, put the loop on the post, have that loop facing me. I'm going to close up the loop. And for this one, we're doing the 1/4 inch, but it really doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be perfect. So I'm bringing the bead up to the 1/4 inch mark right there. I'm going to, my index finger and thumb, lift the knot off the post, give a tug, and there's my knot. Okay, and then the next, I'm going to bring the next bead down, which is the 6 millimeter, create the loop for the knot, and then I'm going to grab my beads, bring them through the loop, put the loop on the post, have that loop facing me, and then I'm going to just close up that loop. And again, I'm just going to pull until that previous bead is at the 1/4 inch right there. Now you can either use your finger and thumb to lift the knot off the post, or you can just hold that and just do it just like that, because it doesn't matter if the measurements are off a bit. It's all going to look beautiful. Okay, and that's basically all you need to do for this necklace. Is just, you know, creating the loop for the knot, bringing your beads through the loop, put the loop on the post, have that loop facing you, close up the loop, and again, just the 1/4 inch, and then index finger and thumb, lift the knot off the post, and there you go. See, and like gravity is bringing the beads down to the knot, so you really don't need the knot on the other side. And now we're bringing down the 4 millimeter, create the loop for the knot, bring all your beads through, put the loop on the post, have that loop facing you, and then just pull till the previous bead is at the 1/4 inch, lift it off, give a tug, there's your knot. And now, here we go again. We just bring down the next bead, and then I'll just pick up the pace a little bit. You just put the loop on the post, going to close up that loop. I really like to use my index finger to close up that loop. You have more control over it. So I'm just going to pull. So see the bead is at the 1/4 inch, just lift that off. There you go. We'll do that again. And this is all it basically is. You just tie in these knots, and you can go as fast as you like or as slow as you like. It doesn't matter. And you get into your own rhythm. There you go. And I like using all different types of beads for this necklace. You know, I like to do the coin pearls with it, with some ovals and some cube beads, everything. And I always love to add crystals. They're 1/4 inch, lift it off. So you don't even have to, measure correctly. And then you just keep going. Like that. 1/4 inch right there, lift it off. I'll do a little slower. See, I like to make just the X. And then I open it up and I like hold the bead, that last bead, and then I bring everything through. Put the loop on the post, make sure that loop is facing you. And then you just close it up. And then the 1/4 inch, lift off, give a tug. And then to do these necklaces, I would say do for the cord, don't use anything less than a size 6, or else it'll get tangled. And you don't want to have too much spacing in between. I mean, a 1/2 inch, 1/4 inch to a 1/2 inch is perfect. But anything besides that, it might get tangled and then you get frustrated. I used to do these as a continuous necklace, but it did get tangled, so I decided to just add a clasp to it. There you go. And what's great with the Easyknotter is that you can use anything that knots, leather, the wax cord, anything. So my next class, I'm hoping to do a nice bracelet with leather. That would be fun. So again, I'm bringing down the 3mm, the crystal, and another 3mm right there. There we go. And bring everything through. Make sure you bring everything through. Loop on the post, close up that loop, and to the 1/4 inch. And again, I'm just going to lift it off. That's all I have to do. Nice and easy. Create the loop for the knot. Bring everything through. And there we go. And sometimes, I usually use 3 cords of the knot of the silk cord, but this one we're only using 2, and it's still very long. And it looks so pretty. There we go. And if anybody has any questions about anything, I would love to answer them. And if there's any classes that you would like to know about, if you want me to do something different, just let me know. That's a loop towards you. And then I'm just going to go to the 1/4 inch. There we go. Yeah, when I had my shop over in Cornwall, New York, I used to teach class there, and this was one of their favorites. They had such a great time picking out all the beads that they wanted. I hope you don't mind that I'm going a little bit faster, but there you go. And everybody, they just loved what they made. We had such great times there. But then it got too much. Yeah, because I was traveling the country, doing the trade shows, and trying to, keep the store going. But I'm glad I did it. It was a nice experience, beautiful experience, meeting beautiful people. Okay, having that loop towards me again. Always make sure you have that loop towards you. You want like the continuity of it. And then again, that 1/4 inch right there, lift off. Excellent. And remember, if you miss something, this will be on YouTube. And if you have any questions, make sure you get, you can find me on Facebook under Designs by Rini or Easyknotter. And I would love to talk to you or let you know, if you want to find a certain cord, certain bead, whatever, just let me know. Or if you're having problems with anything, I'd be glad to answer your questions. There you go. See how quickly this goes? And what I did is I already knotted the second cord because I'm not sure how long this was going to take. If you had any questions. But I think we're doing really good with time. Okay. If I'm going too fast, let me know. I can slow it up. There we go. 1/4 inch right there. And I love these beads because the luster of them is just so pretty. But I got to tell you, they're glass beads, so be careful. They can break. One of them broke on mine, but you wouldn't even know that it did, because there's so many beads in there. Let's bring all that through. Just like that. There we go. Lift off. And again, the 3mm, the crystal, and the 3mm. I just love crystals. Look at that. Beautiful. You can always tell when something was made by me. There's always a crystal in there. Bring that through. And then I want that 1/4 inch again, right there. There we go. All right. Yeah, I'm hoping for my next class, I'll have a couple of projects, simple ones to do. So we can do a bunch of stuff. Get that off. Nice. And then this is all you have to do. You get into your own rhythm and it goes very quickly. There we go. I made some really beautiful necklaces with this, with like just the check beads. Oh my gosh, gorgeous. Yeah, that was one of the ones we did in my in my shop, and everybody loved it. Very cool. All right, and then just this one again. Yeah, we are like almost done here. Well, halfway, I would say. And the fun part is putting it together. Yeah, showing you how to put both cords together. That'd be great. So I guess no questions. Well, I guess that's good, 1/4 inch right there. Boom. Oh yeah, and this is right-handed people, and this is for left-handed people. I'm right-handed, so I'm using the right side of the board. And this is an old Easyknotter, now we have the millimeters on this side. But I couldn't find my newer one, so I decided to use this one. Let's see, I think there was a question, but I didn't get to see what it was. But yeah, if you have any questions, just keep asking them, and then
Hey, Rini, actually, one question has popped up.
good.
It's asking, have you ever, hold on one second, let me make some changes here. It says, have you ever had to splice in addition cording? So
I'm
just
sorry.
wondering if you've ever had to splice, I think asking if you've ever had to add any additional cording, and if so, what would you suggest to do?
Oh, that's how we're going to put it together. We're going to use a crimp bead to put it together. Yes. So that will be like after I finish this one necklace, the way that I put the both cords together is a crimp bead, and you can either hide the crimp bead within a bead, or just, with this one, I'm just like letting it just stay there. And that's the easiest way to do that. Yes. I hope I answered the question correctly. Yeah.
Yes. Someone's also asking how long is this necklace going to be? Because she had problems logging in, so she didn't get to hear that part.
Okay. Yeah, this necklace is 7.5 feet long, and we're using 2 cords of the size 8 natural silk. If you don't have that, if you have like a thinner cord, what I would say, if you're using these beads, is to put seed beads on each side. So that will hold it, with the knot, because I tried a size 6, but the size 6 was too thin. So that's why I went up to a size 8. But yeah, so if you ever have a problem where the knot is not holding the bead, always put like either crystals or seed beads there. And that's perfect. And it adds a little charm to it also. Nice little sparkle.
There's also a question asking, you mentioned about leather. Is that also going to be using the Easyknotter?
Oh yeah, that's going to be my next class. Yes. Looking forward to that. And then, the leather, you just have to do it a little bit differently because you don't want to tug back and forth with the leather. So I will be teaching you how to use the Easyknotter with the leather. And I think it's going to be a very fun bracelet that we're going to be doing. I'm looking forward to that and doing a really fun knot with it. Like the barrel knot, I think it's called. Yes. Yeah. See, and this is so nice and calming. You can have your music playing, nice candle on. There you go. 1/4 inch right there. And then also if you use the wax linen, that you use it differently also, because that you also don't want to tug back and forth on. You just want to have it stationary. So when I do that class, I'll explain. I'm hoping to do that for the next one, which is the end of April. Close that up and bring this through. Okay, we are getting there. And I hope to do earrings with that class also. Earrings are very fun to do. And you can go as fast as you like or as slow as you like. Again, just X. And I like to grab that, first bead right there and then just use my index finger and just bring everything through. There. And just lift that off.
And while you're doing that, there's another question by Victoria. She's asking, can this Easyknotter be used to put knots on both sides of the beads and position the beads so that they are right next to each other instead of spaced out?
Definitely. Yes. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do that with this necklace. Okay. Because since this is this is just a teaching class. So yeah. Okay. But for this one, I was going to go to the 1/4 inch right there. Okay. So now say I want, I'll do spacing first. Okay. So here, I'm messing up my necklace, but that's okay. It doesn't matter. It'll even add a little bit more charm to it. Okay. So here I'm bringing down that bead, and now I want a knot on the other side of the bead. So what I do is I just create the loop for the knot. I bring everything through. I put the loop on the post, have that loop facing me. I'm going to pull to that loop is right up to the post, and then I'm going to pull to that bead is right up to the post. See, there's a little gap there. Let that gap be. Let the bead go wherever it wants to go. Don't bring the bead back to the measurement line. It won't be tight enough. So see, tight tension. Now, there's a couple of ways of taking it off, but I'm going to show you the easiest way. What you want to do is you want to take your next bead, all right, just like this, and then you just want to lift the knot off the post. So it's right there. And then with this bead that's in my finger here, I'm going to push the bead right to the knot. And there you go, nice and tight. So that, yeah, the reason why I'm only doing it like with this is just an easy way of doing a necklace. So now, like I'm gonna do, I'll bring another bead down. So that's how you do the knot on one side, knot on the other side. And then I'll show you the spacing, okay? Just create the loop for the knot, bring everything through, put the loop on the post, have that loop facing me. And I'm going to use the 1/4 inch. So my previous knot is at the 1/4 inch right there. Lift it off, give a tug, there's my knot. And then I'm going to bring a bead down. And then I also want to mention that I do have, I think, 2 other classes on michaels.com, the YouTube classes where I teach the pearl knotting technique on there. And then one's a lariat and one's a double strand necklace. They're really pretty. You might want to check them out. So anyway, I want a knot on the other side. put the loop on the post facing me, closing that up. And then again, I'm going to pull, that bead is right up to the post. I'm going to take my next bead, and then I'm going to lift the knot off the post, push it down, and then there's my knot right there. So now what I'm going to do is like the pearl knotting, I would just bring this bead right next to that knot, and I'll bring a bead down. And now I want, actually, I want a knot right next to this bead. So I just create the loop for the knot, bring everything through. Put the loop on the post, have that loop facing you, and then close it up. And then again, you want that bead right up to the post. All right. And then what you want to do is you just want to lift the knot off the post again, and then just push this bead towards the knot. There. And there you go. And that's like pearl knotting right there. And I'll do another one for you. Okay. So you just bring this bead down, and then you just create the loop for the knot, bring everything through, put the loop on the post facing you, and then I'm going to pull, and then again, that bead is right up to the post, let it go wherever it wants to go, and I'll grab my next bead, and then I'm just going to lift the knot off the post, and then there you go. You got your little pearl knotting going. Very cool. I hope I answered your questions. All right. So now I'll just continue with the necklace, but yeah, no one will ever know that I did this with the necklace, because it's all going to be close together. All right. So here we go again. Create the loop for the knot, bring everything through, loop on the post, close that up. I want the 1/4 inch, lift it off, and there you go. Yeah, the reason why I'm doing like the one knot is just that it makes it go faster and easier. I'm going to just bring this through, and then close that up, 1/4 inch right there, lift off, nice. We are almost there.
And Rainy, while you're doing that, there's a question asking, are there any beads that do not work well for this technique?
All the beads do. That you can use small beads, large beads, any type of beads you can use. It'll all work. Yes. You know, and then if again, if some of the beads, some of the holes are larger than others, then that's when I use the crystals or seed beads in between, just like that one right there. Yeah, but no, you can use any bead you want. I've used like the tiniest beads, like a 2 mm. Oh, they were so pretty and so tiny. I love dainty. And then you know, the very large beads, anything. Okay, here we go. Yeah, and I love pearls. These just remind me of the pearls. That's why I had to pick them. All right, just closing that up, 1/4 inch, boom, done. All right, another knot. And you know, some people find it difficult to bring the beads through the loop of the knot, but just, you know, make sure you like have nice control over it, and you'll get used to it. Okay, we are almost there.
There is another question. I'm just going to ask it because I'm not exactly for sure what she's meaning by it, but it's asking, are the 3 crystals knotted as one bead?
Yes, yes. Let's say I have one more. Wait, let me just do this one and then I could show you. Yes. Let's see. Okay, let me go back to here. Yeah. See, the reason why I put the 3 mm, the crystal and the 3 mm is because this crystal right here, the knot would not hold it because the bead, the hole is too large. So I put these 2 beads in between, and that holds it. So see, now it won't go over the knot. But let me see, hold on one second. I have this over here that I can show you. All right, let me see if I can do this. And I'll show you. Hold on one second. Getting a little distracted, but that's okay. All right. So now here's the crystal. Now I'm going to do another bead. I'm sorry, another knot. And just lift that off. And now it's like, oops, I forgot to do the, you have that, bring it down. So I'll show you that this is not going to hold the knot. So see, goes right through. So what I like to do with that is put the crystal there, and see, then there it holds it. Okay, so that's if you ever have a problem where the beads, let me just put that on the floor right there. If the beads go over the knot, just either use a larger cord, a thicker cord, or use the crystals, which I love to use. Okay, I just love the sparkle. Hope that answered your question. All right, and then another knot. Bring everything through. I'll get it. Hold on. Okay. And there we go. And this necklace can be worn so many different ways. You can just double it, making it very long, or just keep wrapping it around your neck. That looks really pretty. Even wear it as a bracelet or an anklet. And then sometimes what I like to do is like have tie it in a knot in the front. Just wrap it twice and then tie it like in a nice little overhand knot, or use a pin and just like nice little pin that you have, and just close that up. Beautiful. There we go. All right, like little small one right there. Bring everything through. Okay, there we go. And then another knot. We are almost there. Okay. Go. We are going to attach the lobster clasp at the end. I will show you how. I think I saw that question correctly. It's a little upside down, so I'm reading it upside down. I'm hoping that's what it was.
You definitely read it correctly.
Okay. And I want to tell you guys that the way that I like to start and stop these necklaces is I use the closed jump ring. I was using, like a closed jump ring and then a closed spring ring, but then there were times when the spring ring would just break, and then you would have to do everything over again. So here, if the spring ring breaks, then all you have to do is just replace the spring ring, because the closed jump ring will already be there. So, and here we are at the end of the first necklace, part of the necklace. But what I did to save time, because I don't think we would have had enough time for this, I knotted the other one already. So let me unravel it. And this is where the fun begins. It's like so much fun. I usually do like with the 3 cords, but this one, it was like for some reason, it just was getting so long. I'm like, wow, I only need to do 2. Okay. So what I want to tell you is you do not knot the last bead right there. You just let it be. Okay. See, so here's, oh yeah. And then what, oh yeah, I'm sorry. What I really want to tell you too is, as you start the next necklace, the next part of the necklace, the way you string it, I have it in the handout. You start with the 3mm the crystal 3mm, and then continue on, you know, it's like just the opposite. You got the 4mm, the 8, the 6, the 10, the 4, the 8, the 6, the 10, the 4, the 8, the 6, the 10, okay? Because you want it like opposite of what you've been doing. All right, so that's what I did with this one. Okay, let me throw that over there. And okay, so there's that one. And here's this one. So what you want to do is you want to string on a crimp bead. Let me get that right there. Right there, see that? And bring that all the way down. Okay. So that's with the one cord. And then with the other cord that you just knotted, and see, this one doesn't have a knot either, right there. Because the knot is going to be the crimp bead right there. And you want to take this needle back through. And then we want to bring them together. But then again, we want like a 1/4 inch. And it doesn't really matter that it's not, you know, completely a 1/4 inch, but like a 1/4 inch there and a 1/4 inch there. And so that's going to be the knot. Make them believe that it's the knot, okay? And this is how we're going to attach the necklaces together. Let's see. And what you want to do now is, let me just make perfect. Good enough. And just pull this one a little bit more. The crimping bead, the crimping pliers, you use the bottom part first. Just like that. And then use the top. Nope, the crimp is, I've been using crimp beads on these cords forever. And it doesn't cut the cord. So you want to make sure it's nice and tight. And then what I do, extra security, boom, a little bit of that. You don't want to do this too hard because then it will break the crimp bead. So now what you want to do, and this is very important, you want to make sure you cut the right cord. So you take the, okay, there we go. I have better scissors. I couldn't find them, so I have to use these. But please make sure you cut the right cord. And just go like that. And then like that. And now you got the two cords together as one. And it's 7. Let's see, where's the crimp bead? See, you can't even find, where did I put the crimp bead? All right. There it is. And you can't even notice it. And if you want, you know, you can always put a crimp cover on there if you like. So there's that. And now I'll show you how we started and stopped. Remember, we use the closed jump ring. Make sure there's closed jump rings. So there's the closed jump ring there and the closed jump ring here. Okay. And then to attach it, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have an open jump ring and a little lobster clasp. And let me grab that. Hold on one second. There. And then to open up the jump ring, it's just, you just want to like twist it apart. Just like that, okay? Put the lobster clasp in there. And you can use, you know, whatever clasp that you like. And then that one goes there. And then you just want to twist it closed. There you go. Fun. And that's all it is too with this necklace. Just go like this. Close that up. All righty, hold on a second. There, perfect. And that's all there is. And then here, if you wanted to, again, you can use the crimp covers. But this one, I'm just, leaving it alone because you really don't even notice it. And then here you go. This is your necklace. Let me see if I can. Actually, I'm going to go back to my other camera so I can show it to you better. Okay. Let me put this over here. But here you go. And look, you can't even notice where I did the pearl knotting and the spacing. Let's see if I can find it. Here it is, but you wouldn't even notice it right there. So, but that's it. And it's you just wrap it around you. And then, like I said, you can tie a little overhand knot, bring that over and wear it any way you like. But that was the class. I hope you've enjoyed it. I really appreciate you joining me. And let's see, why do you need a class with the necklace? Well, that's a good question. I used to have it without the class. I had a continuous and it got tangled. And it was you couldn't untangle it. So that's why I added the class. But if you want to not use the class, that's fine too. And don't use anything less than a size 6 with this necklace. The size 4 of the cord will be too thin, and then it would really get tangled and you would be very frustrated. So I really appreciate you coming. And if you have any questions, please contact me through Facebook, Designs by Rini and Easyknotter. And if you have, any classes that you would like me to teach, just give me a note and I'll see what I can do. All right. So I hope you've enjoyed this. And thank you again so much for watching. Bye-bye.